everyone, and welcome back to 333 News. Now, in this episode we have quite a bit to discuss because some historic events have been happening, mostly in Texas, recently, and we're going to discuss about some even more channel updates that we've got coming your way. So, we're going to get those out of the way first, actually, the channel updates. First thing that I'd like to say is we now have another new video editor. I believe that was discussed in the first video we used it for, and yeah. It is known as Video Leap. It is actually a really good feature-filled video editor, and it does give you a lot of potential, which normally you don't see on a video editor on mobile devices, but it does exactly that. It gives you quite a ton of features. And usually those would be on pro desktop video editors, but well, they come on a free mobile video editor this time. And, well, what features exactly are we talking about? Well, it actually has a lot of features, so you can pretty much do almost anything. You can do chroma key, which is what we know as green screen, and while we are still trying to find a proper green screen fabric, we are coming up with solutions for the long run, such as making our own green screen and stuff like that, just so that we can actually do it. And of course they don't work perfectly, but, you know, we're using what we've got. Another feature is keyframe animations. So, that is how we're going to animate things, with keyframe animations. And I believe it's actually really good if you're trying to do a gradual color or background change or something like that, or making animations like what we're going to reveal right now, some new Nor'easter animation models. And I'll just show you one of them right here. And yeah, we actually made the background green for them, but you're not seeing that because we're going to key it out. So, yeah. It's one of the new models that we have. We made one for every category, and yeah, I think they are much smoother and better than the other models. And needless to say, we are probably going to save this in 30 FPS, but we saved all the models in 60 FPS, so you can look forward to that when we make new Nor'easter animations. And, yeah. So, yeah, those are, like, the two big features that we're talking about that are new with this video editing software. Some other minor things it has are some add-on effects and filters and stuff like that, so the stuff that we've been able to do with other video editors thus far, with adding on layers and stuff like that, and adding in music, and yeah, it carries over a lot of features that we've had previously, but it does add in those two new big features that we're going to be using from now on. So, yeah, you can look forward to much better videos from now on. Now, unfortunately, that does not mean we're going to have a new 333 News background because, well, if you look at my shirt, it's green. And, of course, if we use green screen, it's going to complain with my shirt, so we can't do that. And doing it on the white doesn't work either, so 333 News is going to have to remain as this background. Anyways, besides that, other channel updates, oh yeah, we weren't able to do a Valentine's Day special because we did not come up with an idea for one. So, yeah, we just decided to pass on that. Apologies for that, but yeah. Hopefully next year we will come at you with a really good Valentine's Day special, which we actually thought of in advance. But yeah, we just blanked on it this year. So, sorry about that. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the winter storm crisis that happened down in Texas. Very historic. Winter Storm Uri, I believe that's how it's pronounced, caused way more damage than we anticipated in Texas because, well, while the storm itself wasn't really the damaging part, the effects of it were. Even though it brought minimal snow, like a few inches to Texas, there were blizzardy conditions through the night as it continued out. So it did bring a little bit of wind, but it wasn't as much as you would typically see in a nor'easter up in New England. And yeah, that is what we are used to seeing pretty much every year here. Just gonna say that. In Texas, you, like, barely ever see snow, and they got way more than their usual average this year. which of course they were not prepared for. And what does that mean? That means that they had underwhelming supplies and a bunch of stuff happened that they were not ready for. First of all, the cold really got to them, and it froze pipes and caused them to burst, and millions of people have ended up losing their homes because of this. Bursting pipes and stuff like that, and yeah, it's really terrible what's going on down there. Along with millions of people losing power because the power grid was unable to support all the demand that was put on it. So yeah, now they are finally getting all of this resolved, but there are still going to be lingering effects. It might be a while before Texas can get completely back to normal. So yeah, major events have happened down there. It's just a bunch of stuff that's really gone wrong. All because of one little winter storm that barely impacted anywhere else. It really slammed Texas hard. And, yeah. So, what were its major effects? Well, it did bring some snow. It also brought ice to a few sections. And yeah, ice storms are not as common as snowstorms, so that's another thing that I need to say. And yeah, because of the cold, there was increased demand on the electricity, and Texas is pretty much under one electric company, which is actually its own grid. And so there was heavy demand on it because of the increased need of heat since it was getting so cold, and because of the snow. So blackouts started to consume the state, and yeah. Along with that, pipes started bursting and caused a lot of people to lose their homes. And there were fires that were unable to be treated because exactly of those frozen pipes. They were blocking water to the fire hydrants, and those ended up not working. And another thing that caused is, the water was unsafe to drink. Boil water advisories were put out everywhere throughout the state. And it's really causing a major crisis down there. Now, thankfully, they're finally resolving this. But needless to say, it's a historic event, and it cannot go unreported. So that's why I'm saying it here today. And I believe with that out of the way, that is all I have to say for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next week.